Monday. Ooh! Monday, March 31st, 2025. 5-5. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. Unless you're in Montreal, Canada. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler, Mando. Good morning. How you doing today?
GM.
Good morning.
Volatile day in crypto, as per usual at the moment.
Is the first morning today, because I'm really tired of it. I have no tabs open on any price, and I haven't even opened in TradingView this morning. So I actually don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah, but I have to find out, but I just don't know. Yesterday night, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm traveling for a month. This thing's annoyed me all month long. This price action is cancerous. I'm just at this stage where I'm annoyed by it. Tyler, good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, speaking of annoyed, I'm annoyed with the month of March, so I'm happy that we're closing that out.
Yeah.
Today. Let's get out of Q1.
I agree.
Not our favorite quarter ever.
Yeah, everybody was hyped up for Q1, Trump train, all that good stuff. Crypto to the moon. February is historically remember, Tyler, when you pulled up the February chart on Feb 1st?
Historically the best month ever for crypto.
Yeah, I was going to say let's revisit Q1, but maybe let's just not. Let's just skip Q1. Just like boy math. Like you spent on something, you did another thing, you just forget you spent on it. Let's just do boy math on the whole of Q1. Okay? And forget it ever happened. Okay, boys? We can agree to that. By the way, Mando, we have a new, I thought you should know, given that you're one of the co-hosts of the show. As of this morning, we have a new unofficial official mascot for FOMO Hour. It's Bongo. I hope you approve of that. Okay, perfect. Fantastic. That's big. Bongo is way for Mando terms. Fantastic is a very high praise. Anyways, today, first of all, happy birthday to my mom. I gotta squeeze that in. Happy with my mom. Spent the weekend stabbing my mama. Given that we're traveling tonight, so happy birthday to my mom. March 31st. You'll have to see it. So hopefully, Q1 and / my mom's birthday narrative. Market turns around. Blah blah blah. Anyways, with that, we're gonna talk about the market today. We're going to talk about Tyler's Top 100. We have a show partner coming on as well. And then last but no spins. Spins are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 4 days a week. But hey, you should still listen to the show. You should still educate yourself, entertain yourself, and retweet the show. Because why not? Extra good luck and extra good juju for the spins the rest of the week. And with that, Mando, no. This show, sorry, I woke up a little sick. This show is sponsored by who? Yeah, Galaxis. Galaxis is a Web3 platform empowering creators and brands to build unstoppable communities with full ownership and independence, trusted by icons like Donald Trump, Steve Aoki, Mike Tyson, and the NBA, shaping together the future of engagement, but also Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect is the connectivity network shaping the future of Onchain UX. If you've connected to a Web3 app, you've seen Wallet Connect. That blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto, as recognizable as Visa, as checkout. Want to learn more? Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next, Mando. We really need to know what's next because I saw a price action this weekend and it was not great.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah, it wasn't that great this weekend, was it? I think
sucked.
if you were signing in, you kind of just had that feeling where it's like, oh God, this isn't going to stop. And then it has stopped a little bit today. So we've rebounded. We were very weak this morning again. Kind of touched the local lows kind of across the board this morning. We've bounced as the US equity market has opened. Interestingly, the US stocks are not doing that well. The Nasdaq's down another 2% roughly again today. Tesla's down like 5%, Nvidia's down 4%. That sell-off in tech stocks is definitely not stopped. It's just that crypto's maybe slightly outperforming. I don't know, or maybe we already had our sell-off over the weekend. It is becoming kind of consensus that we're going lower, I would say, and I think that's probably one of the more bullish things that's going on right now. In that stocks are the most shorted they've ever been since COVID. You've had a huge swing in investor sentiment. And it's just interesting to watch that sort of setup because, I don't know, stuff started to look a little bit oversold again in tech stocks. Mm-hmm. It's either we really are going down like 20, 25%. and this whole AI boom is just going to completely dissipate, or you can have a violent short squeezes in between, or maybe at the same time. But that's not a great looking chart right there. But it also looks like the chart that could just like rip in your face as well. So I think that's basically where people are. Like
so
people
tough.
are wary about macro more than they are about other things, I would say. Crypto just feels a little bit quiet. That's what I would say. Like the timeline, the activity, there's no more daily runners, or there's it's largely slowed down. And I think it's just the OGs talking amongst themselves about when this is going to turn around.
Yeah, by the way, there's nobody left, right?
I think that's like a common theme of what people are saying on the timeline at the moment. Just like, where is everyone?
Right.
And that can it gets people.
There's 200 listeners, Mando, on Twitter Spaces.
Is that high?
No, brother.
No.
That is the lows of the cycle.
Right.
Like it's reflecting the we're not seeing it on Myriad. Myriad is popping off. We can talk about it later, but like on viewership usually is why I would see it. Mando? Live listeners, I mean, we do have like YouTube and X broadcasting this. We kind of like eat on each other on the show.
It's a good sign. Bring up Google search trends, bring up crypto.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to look at.
I mean, usually I look at Chartbeat for Decrypt, and that's how I know. And I'll tell you guys the month of March numbers in a second. But yeah, that's usually how you know, Mando. Like we had a record-breaking month of Jan, and then February sucked, and then there was like less views, and then March was probably on and off because there was a lot of headlines though. But it's been an interesting time this quarter.
Yeah, it's not been easy for people, I don't think. And they probably, they don't want to listen to us anymore. So I still think we're in for more of this. That's the thing. Like, I think we're in for more of this chop. I think, like I said, the most bullish thing is that people are positioned for a sell-off a lot more, and quite violently they swapped that way. So normally in those sort of scenarios, things either have to go really cataclysmically wrong, or it's nowhere near as bad as people thought it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually like we're going down 20-30%, or it's like a bunch of shorts try and push us lower and it never really gets that much lower. And I think I'm more in the second camp here, that like I don't think it's going to be as bad, and I still think Bitcoin's going to outperform in this world.
Yeah. What a candle today.
But I don't think it's going to be as bad.
You heard the man. He pretty much said everything.
Bitcoin dominance 62.5 now.
BTC. I feel like we've been there a few times now. Oh, wow. Looks beautiful. God
Sheesh.
damn it, man. You see this chart, you buy the shit out of it, right? Like, I don't know. Tyler, I mean, you're sending me, You're sending me some Bob Lucas hopium. We like it. I mean, is it hopium? I mean, I hope so. What do you think? Oh, is it?
He's saying that he thinks stocks are in for a continued downtrend into June, and basically that rallies will be sold off, which I feel like is also kind of the consensus view. Right now
in crypto,
and like we're seeing more of the reality behind the tariffs. Like unless the tariffs are all just like magically reversed, which doesn't seem to be the case, like it's going to take a little while for those to really start to have their impacts. So I don't think a huge surprise there. I think what's jumping out to me is like crypto, I mean, at least Bitcoin, maybe we have to separate them. Bitcoin is holding relatively strong, right? Like I'm looking at the 1 month chart, it's down to 1%. Like we are basically just straight sideways with some ups and some downs over the last month. So I think you can take some solace in that. And just because if stocks go lower for another couple of months, I don't know that, like, I don't have the gut feeling that Bitcoin's going to grind all that much lower. I'm sure like maybe we'll go back into the 70s on some bad days, but I don't know. It feels like it's holding up pretty well. And clearly more and more big players are buying. I want, like, is someone buying this morning? Like what's driving these candles? Like we know
we had Mara come out and say they're going to buy $2 billion, didn't we?
Oh,
Sailors is constantly buying. Bitcoin is in what you can see that Bitcoin dominance is 62.5%. Like
That's so crazy.
it hasn't really moved. Like 83 is where Bitcoin has been for a long time now. Many weeks. I've done so just up down around that sort of level.
Wow.
No,
Well, Bitcoin Dom could probably go back to 70% here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also because Ethereum is just outperforming like crazy, guys.
Underperforming.
Underperforming insanely. I mean, it's just not catching a break.
Last night, the ratio briefly hit 46.
I know.
To 1 Bitcoin.
Dude.
46.
I continue to think that, like, and I said this on the Real Vision show we did on Friday, I continue to think this is actually one of the most dangerous charts in crypto. Because I think a lot of people
oh my God.
Still have the risk reward mindset of this and think ETH is like, oh, but it's gone down so much.
You think?
Buy. But you could have said that at literally any point.
That's the thing, right? You could have said it here, could have said it here, you could have said it here, and now you said it here, and now people saying it here. Like,
and
fuck.
That's a really scary thing because I think that logic just never really stops. And I think people think, oh, it's a good defensive trade to open maybe over a bear market. And now it just looks like I don't think that thing might turn around, guys.
But can we talk about like the impact it has on crypto as a whole? Like, does it have an impact?
I think it points to the transitory nature of L1s to a large extent.
Right, because while ETH is going down, there are other L1s and L2s, L1s mostly gaining traction, right?
There are, but I think this changes the investment thesis for a lot of L1s, if I'm honest.
Someone said the ETH refund from the ETH refund from FTX is going to be juicy. Well, I think you're getting your ETH back at the price ETH was.
Oh God!
I'm not joking. I think it was $1,600 when FTX busted.
Soul was 15, and ETH is even. Man,
ETH looking burdened by what has been. Speaking of Kamala, but yeah, this is fuck. This is not great, man. It's not good for the punk ratio.
I think we can talk about that in a second. I do think it does make it harder to have like real conviction in new L1s, right? If ETH is proving that they're all going to trend to zero against Bitcoin, right? Like you kind of have to pick them up as trades. I mean,
wow.
The jury's still out, right? Like maybe like if Solana continues its trajectory, maybe it can break the trend to a degree.
Yeah,
Bitcoin doesn't look great either, right here. But yeah, that one's hurting. As for punks, I guess we just gotta hope people keep pricing these in USDC.
That shit, dude. Maybe on the punks website, if you guys listening, maybe just remove the ETH price that's on top of the USD price. Man, it's just
28,000 right now. So Bitcoin, we're down 5%.
I'm not gonna lie, the ratio's not the spread is not bad. You know, the spread is not bad. I suggested a spread market to our team this week. I don't know if they're going to go for it because sometimes the resolution is hard. So some markets are hard to make. I suggested a spread market to the Myriad team. Bitcoin to ETH, Bitcoin to punks. Thought there could be a funny quarter one, but yeah, Mando may pick up a punk for like $25,000 at some point. You know, this keeps going. He may actually Mando and Ovi may buy CryptoPunks from Yuga Labs. Canary Labs may actually acquire the punks. That would not surprise me. I've been hearing things.
ETF coming. Yeah, it's just a dangerous one. I have broader thoughts just here a little bit more about, and I've said this on the Real Vision show, just that stablecoins are becoming so strong, and
yeah,
I do question whether the new entrants are even interested in our L1s, or if they'll become more just gas tokens than they are forms of exchange. We all price stuff in, well, NFTs are priced in ETH, and what we just said about maybe they should be priced in dollars. And meme coins obviously had like soul pools and all this sort of stuff, but I don't know. Like, I just feel as though the new entrant doesn't actually or the money over the next few years that's going to come in is going to really be around RWAs and stablecoins. And I actually think that can be a bit of a threat in some ways to some of these coins. Like, does the dollar, does the USDT or stablecoin become more of the form of exchange that we had? I don't know, but I see that narrative. Like, I just see where people are bullish right now, and it's on RWAs almost exclusively.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that report. We didn't really cover it, but Dan Robinson Paradigm posted a report of what TradFi is interested in crypto. The number one thing was RWA. Number two was stablecoins. Number three was decentralized exchanges. Number four was prediction markets. That was the top four, and there was a list of 10. It was an actually pretty decent report. I'll retweet it again so people can check it out. But it's true. It's there's a lot of excitement around that, and it looks like what they're building towards. Anyways, Tyler, do you have something to add, or do you want me to?
Yeah, just like anecdotally, I'm seeing that same trend in the trenches, where previously someone takes profit on a meme coin trade, they swap to Sol. Now I think they're swapping to USDC.
Yeah, people are trading dollars to, you know.
I mean, there's other things, like maybe that's because, you know, macro's bad. People think Solana is not doing well, but it's just another, you know, data point in kind of favor of that theory. So
what do you think about Sol here? Because I see Ansem retweeting now that he thinks Sol's like one of the best shorts in market.
Really?
I saw that today and I was like, wow, that's quite a departure from him. What do you think here? Like, if the casino stops or slows down, do you think it can keep? Do you think it's obviously down a lot, but do you think it's looking vulnerable or no?
No, I think this is the spot where Sol is like, it's like that 127 price, right? We've seen that all cycle. It was a price needed to break through to like make new highs, and now it's been kind of like the floor here. I don't know. I still see even like the occasional runner, let's call it. This is no more daily runner, right? It's still on Solana. I mean, what do you
I agree with that, but like but I think we have to understand that in the context that the amount of activities is really going down. Like, it's starting to be overtaken pretty comfortably by the blockchains for fees now.
So this is the tweet you're talking about that he shared. Yeah. Why isn't Sol a good outright short or a good short versus any other BTC or crypto long? And then Fajal get a pretty good answer, but I don't know, talking about how ETH has been a more popular short, whereas Sol is where most of the on-chain activity is these days. So basically, why would you short the one active chain when there's tons of other ghost chains with similar properties, but no one really using it? So the cleaner trade, in his opinion.
Well, that's a big question. Like, is XRP like
XRP or like those, aren't they better shorts than Sol itself?
I actually don't know. But one thing I have noticed here, and one thing I have noticed is that trades,
it's also down 60%.
Popular longs, or like trades which like are consensus, this is a good thing to own, are actually the things that are getting smashed the worst. Like, if you see something that like pumps, actually it tends to like draw attention to it, and then you see like these horrific moves afterwards. Like, look at Farcoin as prime example, right? Like, has this like get some attention, roofs up to 600, and then just like smashes lower. And I saw the same thing even with Bearer Chain, right? Like, as soon as something gets a little bit of attention, it's like, oh, this is the thing to own. Like, everyone just attacks it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where the like the most recent money has come into. So I don't know what this market is. Like, Solana had a very similar looking chart where it like pumps, and then as soon as it gets some attention, it just like get absolutely smashed lower. So
I was surprised by that last smash lower. I have to say, I agree. Like, I was so surprised that we didn't break through here.
It's the ones which like no one's really paying attention, which seem to be outperforming. Like, look at Tron. Like, just
Well,
go
that's
silent.
because Tron is, yeah, that's true.
But I guess it's in some ways like not having nothing going on is actually slightly better in this market. That's just like, I know it sounds strange, but like if you have stuff going on and people are trying to do stuff on your chain or there's activity, it feels as though that's what people sell because they're losing money on the other stuff. Or at least that's what I'm seeing.
The thing with Sol is definitely not the best short out there at all, but sure, like the rest of the market, are you buying anything? But it's definitely not a short because like there's a lot of catalysts for Sol. Sol is the next ETF in line. Sol is where they're constantly working on new product, apps, the indicator beer last week news. Sol is always constantly man share on top of it, no matter what they post, do or say, whether good or bad. This cycle's meme coin is Farcoin. It's on Sol. Every time there's a daily runner, if there is one, it's on Sol. Like last week, the routine trend. It didn't launch on TRX. It launched on Solana. So that's my thing. It's like, and then you have the potential ETF news that could come out any day. Then this, then that. Then the government wants to build on a blockchain. They're considering Sol. Like there's all these little things on Solana that if you have a lot of shorts, there's so many things that could destroy the short. But again, I'm not a short trader, so I've never shorted in my life.
I'm not shorted either. I'm just, what I'm trying to say is like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the actual focus on it and like that people are bullish on it, I think can be a bit of a dangerous thing.
Yeah, of course.
It is like,
what do you think?
In this market where everything's getting smashed, like the consensus, this is a good thing to own versus ETH can also get absolutely smashed. And that's what I tend like. And also people sell pumps. That's the other thing I've noticed right now.
I know.
If never buy a pump in this market, like ever. In fact, that's the stuff to short. So like whatever you think is like, oh, this runs up and oh, this is gonna break out. We're gonna return with this coin. Like that's the stuff that looks the worst. Or like this gets absolutely hammered.
What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, what he's saying makes absolute sense and matches what I'm saying, but I feel like that could also be reversed. So like we're in a downtrend. So if and when a bottom does happen and we start grinding back up, I think the tokens, the chains that have the attention are going to be the ones that catch the bid the fastest as well. But yeah, it's hard to argue that the folks are looking to short the tokens that run and all the pumps are getting sold off. I feel like that's going to continue, right? Until we figure out which way we're going to resolve.
Yeah.
I think Sol's going to still be here and relevant in 3 to 5 years.
Let me like if Sol went to 90, I think that would cause a lot of pain. Whereas if ETH went to 1,500, I think people are already like, do you know?
Well, they've already sold their ETH, right?
That's what I mean. I feel like a pump in ETH is actually like the thing that would cause more pain. And I think a sell-off in Solana would cause more pain. And I'm just saying that in this market, it feels like people are just going to be in pain.
Yeah. Have you not already had the mega sell-off on Sol, though? It's like it's down as much as ETH, right? Or more.
I'm just telling you in terms of positioning. That is, and I think that is the risky thing. Because that's, again, the same reason why you would have bought ETH.
Yeah.
Like this is down so much, therefore it can't go down more. It's just a really horrific way to consider trading about stuff in crypto, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that can just continue like for a long time.
Oh, boys, I have good news. First of all, crypto dude, I think you're right. It is a downtrend. And then someone says Solana as well. The sneaker flippers are perpetually. I actually agree with that as well. We've seen every other narrative come in and out. I have good news though. Kramer on CNBC today said, "I can't think of a dumber day to buy stocks than today." Do with that information what you will. Kramer said it is stupid to buy. Look, Mendo, obviously my two bags are Sonic and Sol. So like when you ask me this, I will always have a bias towards Solana.
Yeah.
But the reason why my bags are Sonic and Sol is because Sonic for me is going to be the home of DeFi 2. Like this 3.2 or whatever the fuck you want to name it. It's where the DeFi activity is happening. The numbers are not lying. Like the on-chain flow, I know you've shared them, Mando. I've shared them as well. So that's where it's happening. But on the flip side, Solana is where I still see the streets, the trenches, the fucking thing happening. And as long as like a video is going viral, it's still happening on Solana, the meme coin of it, I'm still going to be bullish on that. You know what I mean? So I know very
I'm
left
in my own
curve.
bag here to a certain extent here. Where I see it on Sonic. Like I see a lot of happening on Sonic and on Bear.
A lot, yeah.
Right.
But
Bear
DeFi.
a lot last week. Got a ton of like, and then it's just
I know.
wow. Like,
But
just
it
gets
was
whacked.
also, yeah, I know what you mean.
You know
You're
what I
right.
mean? It's like the attention in this point of the market often means that money's flowing in there, and then everyone just gets smashed because you can't sustain it.
Is this Mando realizing and making us realize that we may be in a bear market?
I'm just saying.
I don't know. You're asking all these questions now. I'm questioning my life.
Popular trades during this cycle, or like consensus longs, I think it can be really dangerous as well.
He's made me reconsider my entire life in this last 10 minutes, guys. If for you or you're listening, like everything you're asking me, I'm like, fuck, it's just because it's a downtrend. Every pump on every coin you've talked about, Farcoin, Bera, Sonic, Solana, Bitcoin, you've named all these coins so far this last 15 minutes. And all of them that every single time, they're good coins, all of them. And every time they've had
I was
a leg
noticing
up.
last week with AVAX, and I was like, oh,
AVAX, same. It had all these runners, and
it's going up to 23, maybe 24. Maybe this is a thing that'll break out, and then just because it popped its head above the parapet, it just got smashed and just underperformed for the next 7 days. And I was like,
I know. But you know why? Like, because you asked the main question about Solana is because Solana still ran the hardest, with one of the meme coins being the best runner, which was Farcoin, when Bitcoin ran again to 87, 88, right? So those are the little signs I look for. I'm definitely stuck in spot bags at this stage, and I'm just gonna like go on my trip and chill. You know what I mean? Like I think this is what everybody should do until the summer. If everyone calling for June, Mando's still my quant too. Cramwave, yeah, Mando's still my quant though. Of course he is. I think Mando just made 3 bulls realize, including himself, that we may be not doing great right now.
do not buy momentum. That's all I'm saying to everyone in this market right now. Do not buy momentum, and be very wary of consensus. This is the thing to buy longs, because on the bad days, those are the things that just get smashed.
We need a video of this show, just Tyler's facial reaction this entire show with like with music. It's just Tyler listening to Mando like, fuck these guys.
I'm as perma bullish as you, Farouk, but even I've come to terms that we're probably got a few more months of.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm at the same. It's like I have my spot bags. I can't do anything about it, Tyler. I'm just gonna hold them, you know.
Show up to work every day.
Show up to work every day. You know?
Yeah.
Look, on the flip side, we'll go to the topics, Tyler, but you have the stuff like Gunzilla opening at $1 billion. I know you're going to open with that. Myriad just smashed through $1 million in volume. We've already put 20% more on top of that this weekend. There's a lot of apps are killing it. Kind of like the TGEs have done well.
Yes.
In this quarter. So let's go to your topics of the day, Tyler, because there's some better news there.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler T on FOMO hour calls the kids can't miss. Ready to bash the Bears.
Folks, surprisingly, crypto majors are green here. We're up 1% to 2% despite some deep macro and tariff concerns coming out of some volatility from the White House yesterday regarding a third term, bombing Iran, Trump being angry at Putin, and more tariffs. So it was quite a day of piercing volatility from a macro standpoint. During that, ETH Bitcoin hit a new low, 0.0218. That is a 5-year low. This morning, we got news the Trump family is investing in a Bitcoin mining company, which will fold into this new company called American Bitcoin. They're also going to look at a strategic reserve. We had Bitcoin miner Mara raise $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. They're the number 2 holder for companies. Then Saylor, breaking right before the show, he bought another $2 billion at an 87K average. So the companies are piling in. On Friday, we saw the FDIC give banks the green light to engage in crypto, saying they can conduct permissible crypto activities without prior approval. Japan, somewhat similarly, their financial services agency is set to formally position crypto assets as financial products. On Friday, we also saw Trump pardon the Bitmex founders after they pled guilty in 2022 for failing to implement an anti-money laundering program. Saw Arthur Hayes partying at Space, I believe, on the back of that news. And then FTX plans to begin repaying larger creditors by they still have an $11 billion cash pool to pay that out. In token airdrop and protocol news, kind of a lot of news actually. This the gun token from the AVAX hit game off the grid, launched at a $1 billion FDV. So strong open there. We have OpenSea. Go check out your OpenSea. People, if you bought an NFT and held it over the past 6 weeks, you're eligible for this latest XP package. So go check that out. Wayfinder from the Parallel Prime team, they confirmed that prompt TGE will be within the next 1 to 2 weeks. So it was a delay. It was supposed to be today, but it's going to come soon. And then shout out to Marriott, crossed $1 million in lifetime volume on Friday. Big milestone there. Rounding this out in AI and memes and NFTs, AI sector is down about $5.5 billion. A lot of red on the board. Meme leaders down about 3 to 5%. Memes still notably 50% of the overall DEX trading volume on Solana. Pump Fund still making $1.5 million per day. One interesting story here. Tiger King Joe Exotic. He did an interview with Decrypt.
I know.
When asked why he dropped a meme coin, his answer, I'm knee deep in lawyer bills. So now we know why.
At least he's honest.
He was honest, and so were market participants who did not buy his coin. I think it's at market cap. And then the NFTs, Taproot Wizards dominated the weekend from a volume perspective. That floor was at 0.16 Bitcoin though this morning, so that was down under the mint price. And then those quantum cats will become unentangled today. So some of those may be hitting the market later today as well.
Yeah. The cats. Yeah, the quantum cats. See you, Vando. There's a lot to unpack here. What do we even start?
Let's look opportunities, because we went through the 30 minutes of bear market. Therapy is not the right word, but just.
He's got a point, right? He's got a point.
For sure. But I think for those who do still show up every day, there are opportunities. So I think that is what I want to highlight. And this gun token is the newest. This was a huge sign for Web3 gaming. This is tied to the Off the Grid, the team behind that game, Off the Grid, which is a very successful Web3 game. They're going to launch this Gunzilla AVAX L1. The token, admittedly, it has a 6% circulating supply, so certainly low flow, but $60 million market cap, $1 billion FDV here at Open. So folks who were grinding that one, I think, have to be quite happy about that token Open. This comes after last
incredible
week. Walrus token hit 3 billion FDV.
Wow.
So we've had a lot of successful.
That is incredible.
And what is many people are calling a bear market. I don't know if we are ready to label it that or not.
It's an opportunities market.
Yes. So I think that was a huge one. Love to see that. AVAX has a lot of momentum. And
they're always on top of it when it comes to gaming, man. Always, always, always. When you tell me there's a game that's doing well or that has done well, that is somewhat has momentum, I hear the word avalanche after this. And I'm not being paid to say that. I don't have any holdings, nothing. I didn't participate. I'm not a gamer. I suck at it. But I have to give credit where credit is due. It's always on avalanche.
Yeah, they've been doing well. They also had a nice little meme coin cycle meta here the last few weeks. So there's been
some people made some money. Yeah.
There's been some action over on AVAX. And then in the NFT streets, if you show up, buy and hold NFTs, now you're getting this OpenSea XP points. So that's how they're giving it.
I don't think I got anything.
Yeah.
Well, I got 0 XP.
Neither did I. Sadly, the NFTs I bought were a CryptoPunk and then masks from Sam Spratt. And I bought those on Nifty Gateway.
I don't remember last time I bought an NFT. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I bought an NFT in like a year, 2 years. I don't know.
So I've done $150,000 in NFT volume and have 0 OpenSea XP. Not great.
Can I just say the OpenSea homepage is so beautiful.
People are loving OpenSea 2, the redesign. They've been taking user feedback.
That is so nice. Oh, look at that. Hey, where are we? We got to put our shit up there. All right. But dude, this is a really nice. Oh, they have coins on there. It's true. I forget you can trade meme coins on OpenSea now. Wow. This is really nice, Tyler. I just realized this must be new, this new homepage. It is beautiful.
Yeah, they've been redesigning it and they've been continuing to climb up the market share ranks as well. I don't have the data.
I think when they TGE, bro, with all the little things they're doing, I feel like they're much more mindful in the way they move now, OpenSea in general. But you know me, I'm always positive. So please, OpenSea, please prove me right. Please, I beg you. I think this could be a good airdrop when it happens. When it happens. It doesn't have to happen today. But
I think so too.
this is really positive. So we'll see what happens on that front. What else? Tell me. Well, let me see these prices real quick though.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
That's okay. I mean, well, apes are up 14 ETH.
Yeah, Ape's doing very well.
Oh, crazy eye floor. You know what that means? Do you know what it means? When the floor is crazy eyes and apes. Yeah, it's historically when the floor is crazy eyes is usually a pump after that. But we'll see. We'll see if that still happens. So what happened to Doodles? Was just a little bit of drama happening on timeline.
I haven't seen too much. The former CEO, he listed his Doodles.
Yeah, where's Steve's page? I think he posted about it. No, not this Steve. This Steve. So he's selling his Doodle.
Okay. Yeah,
There
I think
it is.
that's a little bit of. So he's listed this for $10,000, 6 ETH.
Dude, that is historical. Someone should buy that.
And it's a nice one. I mean, it's definitely a collectible. It adds to the collectability of the Doodle.
Huh. Very interesting.
Just sign
Anyways,
times. They're kind of going through this shift. Yeah.
and something I saw on your board, abstract NFTs.
Abstract continues to have some nice green on the board. Just on every day I log in and check. There's usually a handful of collections up 10 to 30%. So there's definitely plenty of signs of life in the abstract NFT eco. And then the other headline is Dapper Wizards over on Bitcoin. I think we got to quickly talk about that.
Yeah.
They did on opening day, I think $6 million in volume, a pretty significant number compared to what we've seen compared to the rest of the market. Now down about 20%, 25% from the mid price of 0.2, so holding out at 0.16. There's going to be some supply hit the market here, or not supply rather. There's going to be some quantum cats hit the market here when those unentangled ones come out. I don't know how to read this one. I think this is a little bit lower than I would have anticipated, especially when the Dutch auction came out at 0.31. Could just be a sign of times for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And people just aren't ready to go risk on in this area yet.
I mean, risk on, brother. This is a fucking $17,000 NFT too, right?
Yeah.
Even at 0.16 Bitcoin, what's 0.16 times 83,000? It's $13,280.
Yeah.
And let me not do the conversion in Ethereum. I mean, you want it in ETH? That's 7.5 ETH, 7.25 ETH. You want it in Solana? Hold on, let me do it in Solana for you real quick. It's 126. Oops, I did 166. My bad. It's a lot of Solana. Let's just put it that way. It's 100 Sol. Actually, sounds less bad on Sol than on ETH. I'm not gonna lie. But
what do you put 70 floor? That makes it the fourth highest PFP collection across all chains. I mean, that's still a very strong open.
Yeah. Look, as you know, I've said I love Udi. I love the team. I'm a fan, but I don't have a read on the market of this either. And it's not like I'm buying anything myself. So that should say something, right? I don't know. I didn't rush to buy one of these prices. If it goes to 0.1, I'll buy Wizard. Big if, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a number where these start to get very attractive.
0.1, I'd buy Wizards because I like them, but they're so funny looking. Anyways, so that's that. Do I dare look at the rest of the Ordinals prices? Or am I gonna ruin my day? Bongo's laughing.
I think the other takeaway here is it's gonna be hard for to see the other collections run if Wizards are gonna sit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 0.03.
Bro, how up it's 0.04, bro. What a round trip. Yeah. I'm feeling like Farouk in 2022, not 2021. When I realized I'm round tripping my shit. Yeah. Anyways, what else, Tyler? What else is UIC Shafi and his two? We're gonna go to you.
Yeah, we'll go to him in a second. I think the Wayfinder PG. This is another opportunity out there. There's ways you can. There's some quests that you can do. You can just open up wallets across different chains, do some basic transactions.
Okay.
Earn some points. Of course, if you want to invest capital, you can buy the Prime token and cash. Of course, that's a more risky trade because the Prime token could go down. But there are ways to still to get some exposure to that. Oh, also, I mean, yapping is one, right? You can post content about Wayfinder and get rewarded on Kaido and perhaps from the team as well.
I totally forgot about this. I used to check it here and there. I'm starting to disconnect. Oh, wow, I have a lot of yaps. Holy shit.
Not bad.
I don't even try. It's not bad. 3,000 yaps. Huh. Do you still yap, Tyler? You love it. You got like a master's in yaponomics.
I mean, one of my jobs is to show up and
that is true. That is kind of your job.
Daily basis. So
and you are very good at it.
Engagement is hit or miss these days. I'll just say that.
Dude, engagement on weekends is like dead. Sundays? Yo, y'all in the audience, how is your engagement on Sundays? I have to say, engagement on Sundays is busted now. Like, nobody's home on Sundays now. You know? It's been something. It's been something. All right. Well, Tyler, do you have anything else? If not, I will go. Pardon?
That's the roundup.
All right. We are ready. Thank you, Tyler, for bringing some spirits back up into this well-needed show. But listen, we're keeping it real. Tomorrow is the start of a new quarter. Inshallah, it's going to be a good quarter for all of us. We'll see. All right, let's bring Shafi, Rafi. I got to say, that's probably the coolest name we've had on the show. You know? I got to say, you know, what's your name? My name is Rafi. Shafi Rafi. You know what I mean? Like, it's gangster. What's up, Shafi? How you doing?
What's happening? How you doing, guys?
We're good. We're chilling. Listen, I guess we're very eager to end this quarter, you know? Sounds like consensus here. We're excited for this quarter to be last.
I feel you. It started well, and it's kind of not done so well since then.
Yeah, I pulled up the monthly chart earlier because of Tyler on the show of Bitcoin. I was like, wow, January was amazing. Like the month of January was straight up to 110 BTC. And then February and March were just like one after the other red months. But listen, if it was easy, you know, we wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be the way it is. Tyler loves to put it that way, that we need, you know, it needs to be hard. It has to be hard for us to enjoy the ride. And I think Tyler's right when he says, anyways, Shafi, on to you. I mean, look, it's a builder's market. We talk about this. So I'm assuming things are going well. Looking behind you at this wonderful office that you looks like you have. So Shafi, why don't you give us a little TLDR, you know, who you are, you know, and what you guys do.
So I'm Shafi, founder, CEO of D Energy. We are the first layer 1 blockchain to be powered by energy, renewable energy. So as you guys probably are well aware, most layer 1 blockchains are either powered by a proof of work or a proof of stake, so staking native coins to power or to validate the network. We have pioneered and developed a new consensus mechanism which requires our validators to stake renewable energy in the form of RWA NFTs. And these real-world renewable energy assets, in the real world, they're called REC, Renewable Energy Certificates, which is a certification standard which is issued to every clean energy producer, whether it's solar, wind, or whatever. So our consensus mechanism requires the validators or the nodes to stake these in order to secure the network.
Okay, wow. Wow. The first L1 that's powered by renewable energy. That's super interesting.
And also the first L1 that's powered by not the native token, but actually by an NFT in the form of a real world asset.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. You definitely got my curiosity here. So what makes you guys different from every other project? I'm assuming this is it, but do you want to maybe dig in a little deeper, like into this whole NFT thing? I'm curious.
I think most projects, most blockchain layer 1s, they essentially build the code, you know, the kind of metrics that they compare themselves are, you know, TPS or, you know, the scalability or what other mechanism that they find that is their unique selling point. And then once they deploy and they launch, they start to look for use cases and for utilities. Our blockchain is natively built in a use case, which allows the freedom within our wallets natively to be able to trade peer-to-peer renewable energy. So the current renewable energy markets, the way it works is in order for you to offset your energy, which as we all know, you know, with the electrification of the world, with electric cars and AI data centers and things like that, the agenda with, you know, net zero by 2050, to allow people to offset their energy seamlessly, the current system requires you to register with the local kind of registry that you can store the renewable energy certificate, and then you would have to go find a broker. The whole system is really archaic and actually a bit outdated. So, to me, my background is actually from renewable energy. I was a commodity trader and obviously early crypto adopter. And basically, I kind of saw that this could, converge and synergize into actually one ecosystem. So what we're building is what we call the energy-backed economy. Our tokens are the fodder of 1,000 times offset energy. So every time our network uses 1 megawatt of energy, we offset 1,000 megawatts of energy. So it becomes a regenerative system. So we're not just net zero. We're actually adding clean energy into the environment. So by engaging with our network, you're hitting all your ESG targets. You're helping the climate and the world as a whole, and you're actually also profiting from it because we have the possibility of staking energy, which didn't exist previously before our chain. And there's so many moving parts to it, being a fully integrated ecosystem.
This is
So
interesting.
there's a lot to talk about. So I would start at the basics and say what we've done with democratizing energy, we're allowing it to be tradable. So for example, in the US, only US companies buy renewable energy certificates. In the UK, only UK companies will buy the locally produced ones. But within our ecosystem, it's borderless. So somebody sat in Dubai can buy US certificates. They can stake it to earn a yield, to earn a return. They can do all sorts of things. They can stake it or they can buy it for speculation. They could buy it and they can set it and put it in the marketplace and see if there's anyone interested in buying it for the price they set. So the whole concept of the blockchain is actually to make the foundation layer of our blockchain renewable energy, because the way the world's headed, everything's being electrified. So it should be like the foundation of value should really be in a digital world. The value should be energy, clean energy.
I like that. That is very unique. I've never heard of something like this. That's so interesting.
Yeah, we're taking a different take on blockchain technology.
So what pushed you to do that? Like, why are you doing this?
So, there's many reasons. First of all, like I said, I have a background in renewables. So understanding the markets from the inside and understanding the intricacies and the complexities for the average person to engage. So, the best example I would use would be, if you remember Forex, for example, in the early 2000s, you could go to a bureau de change and buy your dollars and exchange it for yen or whatever. But no one ever really did that, right? To make kind of any profits, no one would ever do that. Then suddenly in the late 2000s, in 2010, 2011, everyone suddenly was a Forex trader because all of these applications came in and allowed it to be easily tradable. They did the pairings and all of these things. So for renewable energy right now, which is probably a fundamental, one of the main fundamental resources that people should be looking at or people should be investing in for, the future of this planet, it's got such an archaic system. Like I said, the system's so fragmented and it's so disjointed that bringing that on chain only made sense to me. And we've been developing this project, should we say, black ops, without any kind of marketing or anything, because you have chains out there that have 100 million dollars available to deploy, but without any real idea of how to utilize it. So like I said, we have an inbuilt utility, and what we're actually doing, we have a use case, which is, helping renewable energy and helping renewable energy producers benefit, have liquidity, and have, instant customers, removing the middlemen. We're democratizing energy.
Interesting. I like that. I like the, so is that like the big vision here, like your North Star? Because I'm looking at the sorry, I'm just like going through your website while you're talking, but
go for it.
And that's what I'm sharing on the timeline, which the website is d.energy, which actually nice domain you got here. And there's the white paper, there's manifesto, website is looking clean, very easy to see. So for those of you who are listening on audio and you can't see what I'm sharing online, just check it out, d.energy, and you can learn more about this. There's a white paper and there's a manifesto that's pretty like short and sweet and pretty clear here. So is that your North Star?
Yeah, so I would say our North Star, or our kind of big vision for the future, is making clean energy the new currency of the digital world. Like I said, we're heading towards a completely electrified world, and the energy use and requirements is just going to increase. So making, once upon a time, our currency was backed by gold, before it became just promissory notes. So we're using technology to verify and to create a really fair system that allows people that are doing positive impact to reward them directly and provide liquidity. So yeah, the big vision for the future is just making clean energy the new currency. Our native token is called watt coins, like electricity watts. So watts are only produced and can only be produced. So we have something which we call inverted mining. So as Bitcoin requires loads of energy and resources to be depleted and used in order for a coin to be generated, our system requires every time our network uses 1 megawatt, 1,000 megawatts gets offset, and only then can a watt coin be created. So it's an inverted mining process, meaning that it's a net positive impact on the environment before a token can be generated.
Okay, and so wow, this is like quite the opposite of drill, baby, drill. It's mine, baby, mine.
This is exactly that. Yeah.
Speaking of mining, Tyler, you missed out that the Trumps invested in a mining company that was launching with the HUD 8. I thought you were.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll keep that for tomorrow. We'll keep that for tomorrow. So there's a token. So is that token already launched, or like how do our listeners tap into this?
So we are currently running in testnet. We've been running our testnet for just about a year now. We're imminently, I would say, within the next few weeks or within the next coming month, we'll be going to mainnet. We'll have our TGE, and we'll be shortly after announcing our public sale. We're doing a public sale on our first community-run DEX, which is called WhatsWaps. So WhatsWaps is a community-run project which allows instant liquidity. So there will be pairings of it's already bridged to ETH, I believe. I was speaking with the team. So you can do your USDT or your USDCs for swapping, and there will be an instant liquidity pool there. So yeah, our tokens will be, I would say, join the channels and look at our Telegram, our Discord for updates on when the public sale will be available. We're having a whitelist for some of our community, our veteran community members. They can be whitelisted. There's certain measures which we're announcing that they can do to qualify for that. So yeah, the token is not available yet, but it will be imminently available.
Okay. So how does the listener of FOMO Hour tap into this? Like, is there someone in like, how does someone here participate so that they can like get a little bit of something?
So I would say your community are more than welcome to participate in the upcoming mechanisms we have. We have some competitions which we'll be running. Winners of that will be automatically whitelisted for the public sale. And there's certain other kind of mechanisms which we're discussing. We haven't finalized yet, but like I said, listen into the community. All the announcements will be posted there on our X, Telegram, Discord.
All right, perfect. Well, Shafi, thank you so much for being a partner of ours today on the show. You can check him out, Shafi Rafi on X, or just d.energy on that's their website. It's got absolutely everything on there. So check him out, Shafi. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, guys. It's a pleasure.
All right. Well, that was the show. Boom, right on the dot. 11:00. Love to see that. And tomorrow I should be on. I definitely won't be on. Because it's 4 p.m. in Geneva. So definitely should be on the show tomorrow. Could be fun. And then I will be off. Then I can't wait to be in Europe, man. I need a change of air. Fuck.
Yeah, where are you going? Let our listeners know.
Man, I'm gonna be away for 5 weeks, brother. It's a big trip. Yes. It's stressful. How do you pack for it? Is a good question. So first of all, I packed on Friday, so I don't have to deal with it this weekend or today. Second of all, you have to pack different vibes. You know what I mean? So it's like, because Geneva, I have to like dress really up. Like I have to like wear suits and shit. But then I'm gonna ship him back home. But then Paris is Paris Blockchain Week. So we'll be there at the Paris Blockchain Week for those of you who are going to be speaking, all the good stuff, our video stuff. This is more like laid back crypto conference vibes. Then I'm going to Lisbon for 2 weeks to work with our team locally and also work on my move. So I got to work on that. And then we're going to Dubai for Token 24 now, which is a different climate, like shorts and t-shirts every day because it's too hot. You can't breathe. So it's tough to pack for that, Tyler. But when you're on the road like 4 or 5 months a year, you kind of learn. Like I managed to pack all of this in one suitcase in the tiny, my little carry-on. So
impressive.
It's not bad, right? It's not bad. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot, but the show will still go on. Don't worry, y'all. Mando, Tariffs, I should still be there for almost all the shows. Just Wednesday and Thursday will be tough. And with that, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.